welcome back and thanks for joining me. I'm going to tell you a wee pattern called the redemption, or its original name was called the short shank. Redemption because it's tied on a short shank hook. Now I'm just going to tie it on a Amazon B175 size 10. The thread we're going to use to tie the fly is the uni thread 80 in black. This is just going to be a slight variation on the fly, and I'll explain that as we get towards the end. Now I'm just going to come in and just knock down a bit of thread until I'm past the point of the hook and remove the waist tag. There's a tag on the back of the fly of opal mirage or else pearl tinsel. I'm just using the opal mirage here in medium. So I'm just going to catch that in, take another 4 or 5 turns down the shank of the hook. Now just to protect the tinsel at the back, I'm just going to come in with a wee dab of super glue just onto the burr hook. Put that away, and then we'll just wind our opal mirage tinsel down the hook just over the super glue. Any excess, just take that away, and then bring our opal mirage tinsel back up. Just you get a better colour. If I had it carried on down with the thread, tying the opal mirage tinsel in, we would have got a black hue coming from the tinsel. I don't want that. I want it to be nice and bright, so I'm just going to catch that in. That's a delicate wee fly, this. Then we're going to come in and trim away our excess of our opal mirage tinsel. Now the body is just one single strand of black peacock herl, peacock herl dyed black. So let's break away the tip. Then we're just going to come around with a turn, just pull this in to the length that I want my body, and then just work my thread forward. Try not to catch the point, Scotty. Just work the thread forward, tying in the peacock herl. Then we're going to just bring this up. Just going to run through my fingers to get the peacock herl to stand out from the quill. And then I'm just going to come around, bringing my peacock herl up anti-clockwise to the way that I've wound the thread. Just in touching turns. Now there's no rib on the fly. Now, if I was tying this not for a video purpose, but to fish it, I'll be putting on some varnish or super glue onto the shank of the thread before I would wind it up. But there's a hackle at the front, and the reason why I haven't done that is because when I stroke the hackle back, the glue and the varnish may still be wet and it'll just ruin the fly. Now, just taking a couple of turns over the peacock herl to catch that in, come in and trim away the excess. Then I'm going to work my thread down the shank of the hook to the eye and back up. At this point I'm going to catch in the thorax material, and this is just a Glo Brite floss number 3, or you could use a Glo Brite floss number 4. I'm just going to catch that in, work my thread back down to the body and back up to the eye, nice and tight, back down. Now I'm going to catch in a hackle, grizzle hackle to be precise. Now I'm just going to take away the rubbish. Now you can use a black hen hackle on this fly. It doesn't have to be a grizzle hackle. Now I'm going to catch it forward of the eye, nice and tight, take my thread back down, and then I'm going to come in and trim away the excess. Now I have to catch in another length of the Glo Brite floss number 3 just before I forget. Sorry about that, folks. I'm just going to use this for a rib, just to catch in just to secure our hackle in when we bring it down. Now, I'm just going to bring the thread back up to the hackle, Then we'll get our Glo Brite floss, and then we're just going to come round with the Glo Brite floss and just wind this up and build up the thorax. Now the thorax can be as pronounced as you like. Just going to work this up, right up tight to the hackle and back down. Probably going to go back down and back up again. Just to build it up, that nice red, deep red colour that you like to see in wee nymphs and buzzers. To there. Follow this around with our thread. Now there's a wee bit to the fly. It's very delicate wee pattern, this. Catch that in. Come in, nice pair of sharp scissors here, guys, and trim away the excess of the Glo Brite floss number 3. Now at this point we're going to come around with our grizzle hackle, and we're just going to get a turn going. We'll put another one in at the top of the fly, and then I'm looking 2 turns through the thorax, the thoracic area just to there. Now keep a hold of your tip of your hackle, don't let it go, and then come around with your Glo Brite floss. Now you'll trap some of the fibres in, it's only natural, but just do your best. Just going to come through with 3 turns of the Glo Brite floss. Anything that's going forward, just sweep it back. Just the wee fibres are, don't want to sit back for me. I'm just keeping this really tight at the same time. Never let your Glo Brite floss go. Follow this around with your thread. Nice and tight. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold the Glo Brite floss back. So just come in, just whip it back, sweep everything back, and then just build up your head. Now you see what I mean. If I had to put super glue or varnish on the body, it would have ruined the whole fly, so I had to leave it to dry. But you can do that. You can leave it to dry. Just build up the head. Now keeping the thread tight, we'll come in and throw in a whip finish. 3-turn whip finish should be plenty. Pull your thread tight. Oh, come in and trim away our tang thread. Then we'll come in and trim away the rib, the Glo Brite floss, nice and tight. And then we'll come in and trim away our hackle tip. Just trim that away. And there you go. That's just a variant of the short shank redemption. If you want to tie the original pattern, just tie it on a short shank hook, and then just use a black hen hackle for your hackle at the front. Now I'm just going to come in with a wee drop of super glue first. And I think I fixed the camera so I can spin the fly right around without it going out of shot. Yeah, I can. Just checking it there on the bigger screen, guys. Yeah. Don't want any of that super glue running into the hackle. So there you go, guys. That's just a variant of the short shank redemption. Now that's a cracking wee midge pattern, that. That's what it is. So you fish for trout, you fish the big lochs, even the smaller still waters, tie a few of those up. That's a great wee pattern to have in your box. And until next time, please stay safe, and if you're out fishing, take lanes, guys. Thanks very much for watching.